Hi friends, Nights Around the Fire here, Sue and Dave, doing an interview today with a local shop owner in Canonsburg who believes her shop is haunted. We're going to watch that interview today on Nights Around the Fire. Hi, welcome to another edition of Nights Around the Fire. I'm David Tomsic. I'm here with Sue Taylor. We are at the Collective, and we're going to be interviewing a shop owner who believes her shop is haunted. We're going to hear the full story, so stay tuned. Okay, Megan, we appreciate you letting us in your shop today. How are things here?
Things are amazing. We are starting a brand new season here at the Canonsburg Collective, and I'm excited to be here and talk about, who we are and where we're at, and answer any questions you might have.
First of all, tell us a little bit about your store here.
So here at the Canonsburg Collective, we're really very unique in that we have about 30 small businesses under one roof, and I'm incredibly proud to say these people are incredibly talented. 75% of the store is actually handmade, curated. You take it straight from their imaginations and then they drop it down and there's the product. A lot of my artists also do custom work. And then we also have a couple of boutiques in here as well.
Okay, so maybe we can go from here and say, it is a nice store. I've been in here many times. And I know that Sue, this is one of your favorite stores as well.
Megan sells the best tea in Canonsburg.
There you go. Folks, remember, if you want good tea, it's here in the Collective. And remember, if you're anywhere in the tri-state area, come into Canonsburg. There's plenty of shops here, and the Collective is one of them that'll give you some really nice product to choose from, and for gifts, for holidays, you name it. So we love to support our local vendors.
And she has Bigfoot material.
We do. We have a lot of Bigfoot. We've got anything military. We have a lot of just unique things. We've got dragons. We've got little critters. We've got everything. We've got fur. Everything from tiny little plushies all the way up to furniture and handmade guitars, art, and more.
So can you tell us a little bit about the history of the building here?
Sure. So I've been here for about a little over a year. So I'm going to say year and a half, almost 2 years. And from what I know of the building is this dates all the way back to the 1800s. In the early 1900s, this used to be horse stables. They used to sell feed. There would be hay. I know the floors in this place, they are original to when it was a barn where they kept the horses. The rumor even says that you can still smell some of the hay. It's that old. So yeah, back in the 1900s, it was horse stables, and then through the years, through the decades, it turned more into small businesses. There was a dry goods store here. Then it was, fast forward a few decades, it was a ladies' lingerie shop, and then it was a pharmacy, and then it was a farmhouse attic. And then it was the Nook on Pike, which you all were probably very familiar with. And then now here we are as the Canonsburg Collective.
Wow, that's a lot. Can you tell us a little more about when you thought or may have believed this place was haunted?
Sure. Coming into it, I didn't know a whole lot, except I have heard previous owners have told me in the past that you could still smell the hay. And I think it has been documented somewhere in the archives that other owners have also smelled hay. When did I first learn that I think there was some activity? So last October of the previous year, we did a paranormal investigation. So we thought, well, let's see if we have anything. I do have security cameras. So my security cameras, once I got a few alerts, thought it was really odd, but I went back and I reviewed the footage. We have orbs. There are, we tried to, say maybe it's dust or maybe they're headlights from the street. I moved the camera in 3 or 4 different places and I documented everything that I have found, and orbs are everywhere. It's random. It doesn't have any rhyme or reason when they show up and when they don't. And then we also have found that my radio, I have a stereo where the radio plays all day when I'm here, and all of a sudden starts cutting out, gets really chippy, and it's almost like a record skipping. So I thought, well, maybe it's bad wiring. So I ordered a brand new Bluetooth box, hooked it all up. It was working fine. It went 2 weeks, didn't skip, nothing. It was fine. And then it started skipping again. Actually, the worst of it was just 2 days ago. It just would not stop skipping. So I have to wonder, is it the wiring in the ceiling? Maybe the speakers are old? Because I know it's not the box. I just replaced the box.
And we've got a video of those orbs that you sent to us that we're going to put in
We'll
now.
put them in right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think the video that you actually have is, can I turn and look? I can point up in that corner. That's where the camera was. It was actually pointed right at where we're sitting right now. And you can tell in the video, there is a tiny little fuzzy, right down in the right hand corner, it gets fuzzier and fuzzier, and then all of a sudden it gets brighter and brighter, and then it pauses for a second, and then you can audibly hear it bounce. It goes boing. And then you can see, it looks like a ping pong ball shooting from the camera to right where we're sitting. How do you explain that? How do you explain that? I don't know.
We can't. And folks, as you see the video right on camera, that can't be really much else than some kind of orb that is really free floating. It really wasn't any dust. It wasn't any car lights.
No.
We kind of know that was the real deal.
100%. There's no way that was, I wasn't here. I think this was recorded at 10:30, 10:45 at night. So I was at home in bed sleeping and nobody else was here. So I don't know how that could have manifested. We've tried writing it off a million different ways. We can't explain it.
Has there been some deaths in this building over the years?
From what I've been told, yes. So above the store, there are 3 apartments. I think back in the 80s, there were 4. I have been told there was a woman by the name of Jean Thomas who had passed. She lived right above, towards the front of the building, and then there was another woman in the apartment who had passed, and then at the time there was a 3rd apartment that another woman, I don't know the name, but she had also passed. And this is I think the earliest one was about 25 years ago, so it's been a little while since there was a death in the building. But I do know some of this because we have a frequent old tenant that still comes down, checks on the building, and he knows stories. He knew Jean personally, so he knew who she was and was involved in that whole scenario. So, yeah.
So it's legitimate that there has been people that passed away here.
Yeah, 100%. So I don't know if, if there were horses that had passed away, maybe. I don't know if any of the caretakers had passed away. I only know recent of all of the people who had lived upstairs in the past 30 or 40 years who have passed. So It's interesting.
Yep, so that's definitely a story. So what would you say was your most unique experience here?
100% my cameras. Let's go back to October when one of my friends and vendors as well, her name is Betsy, she came in with us and we asked a few questions. We were gearing up to do an investigation, but a few days beforehand we decided, why don't we go in privately and ask some questions and see if maybe we can get permission from the spirits, if they are here, if they would let us come in with a crowd of people and ask questions. So we did. We came in, we asked questions, and the evidence was astounding. We had very smart answers, very relevant answers to the questions we were asking, and we also have a lot of video evidence of that as well.
Awesome.
Wow.
And Betsy is here with us today to tell us a little bit about that investigation.
Yeah, if you'd like to speak with her, she can answer questions about her experiences, and she's got stories.
Folks, we're going to go to that segment next, but if you enjoy the content we provide you here on Nights Around the Fire, please consider subscribing to our channel, hit the like button, and also share the video with as many people as you can. Our channel's growing, and we appreciate all of you that have participated in that growth. Thanks a lot. Now let's get back to this spooky building.
My name is Betsy, and I have always had a huge interest in the paranormal. But for me, it really came important after my mom passed away 8 years ago. I did a lot of reading and had joined another investigation group. And I think for me, it was important to know that there was proof that my mom was okay and that I could still talk to her. And so that kind of took me down a road of really like looking into things. Now, anything that appears to be dark or not safe, I completely avoid. You believe in ghosts, you have to believe in God, and you also have to believe in the latter, which I do, and don't mess with that side of things. However, for the most part, my experiences have not been negative, and the worst feeling I've had is sadness. Investigating different penitentiaries, and I thought I would be more afraid, but I actually just felt very, very sad and heavy for the people that had been through whatever they had been through. So after belonging to a group, there were, believe it or not, even politics in controlling things, and not sure how to word that, but I wanted it to be legit, but I also wanted it to be relaxed and laid back and enjoyable, because it's something I do as a hobby. It's not my livelihood. So I decided that it was time to form my own small group, and it's very, very new. It's called Otherworldly Investigations. We don't charge for anything. Just want to do local homes or businesses that have concerns to try to get evidence, get answers, get names, try to figure out if it's residual energy, if it's poltergeist activity, if it's loved ones around, and then hopefully supply people with other contacts if there are other things going on that we don't specialize or have the knowledge in.
So what brought you to the collective?
I was a vendor here before Megan took over the store. We just clicked and started talking about everything when I would come in to switch out my displays. I don't even know how we got on the subject, but then she started sending me videos of these orbs going crazy in front of the cameras, which I thought were really cool. And then when we got the one that literally looked like a ping pong ball and it made noise, that took me like over the top. That was cool. I'm like, we got to get in there.
I know that you investigated last October. So what can you tell us about your experience? Did you see anything? Did you guys hear anything?
I personally did not see anything. However, Megan's daughter, I really believe that she did. Over in this area of the store, she could have sworn that she saw a bit of a lace sleeve, which would make sense for the time of when this was carriage house, or what was it? It was with the horses, and what was it officially?
It was a horse
stable, which made complete sense. And just from the things she was saying, I was kind of wondering if maybe she had a bit of a sensitivity to it. But I don't know, when we investigated, I felt like this quote-unquote Herman, because that's what he told us his name was, like I felt like he was chilling out with us, and he was cool. He wasn't, he doesn't like a lot of attention.
He was very snarky. Mm-hmm. Did you guys use any equipment?
I used my ghost box. which I've gotten great evidence with. However, when it scans the stations, it is a bit distracting. So I try to highlight the words. And, sometimes you got to listen to that track like 15 times to understand or slow it down a little bit. But yeah, I had brought my REM pod. I honestly have never had luck with the REM pod. I bring light up cat balls. I've had great experiences investigating things with those. But that day, I don't think that we got anything with that. Just the answers on the ghost box.
We'll show that video right now.
Okay. If there's anybody that hangs out around here, would you mind if they talk to you for a few minutes? My name is Betsy. What is your name? This is Megan. You know Megan because she's here all the time. Well, he tried to say he didn't know who Megan was, which we know he's lying. I'd have to review it to see what the other things were, but there was some and it wasn't like it took a long time. They were immediate answers. So I really do think he hangs here. He seems pretty cool, though.
He felt like a prankster.
He was ornery.
He was ordered.
Sarcastic. Yeah.
Interesting.
Say, I believe when people pass, like their spirit and their energy, it stays. It's here. And I think they can come and go as they please.
So you would pretty much think this place would be designated a haunted location.
Sure. And I have a sneaking suspicion that there's more things to find in this building that we should investigate eventually.
So we should keep investigating this building.
Absolutely. I mean, we didn't spend that much time. And I think if we did some digger deeping, and it would be nice to find more history, maybe some more things that it doesn't even have to be within the building, it can be within the area that something's happened. So
outside of knowing that there was some activity here, you didn't feel threatened. You felt at peace dealing with the spirits that were here.
Didn't feel threatened at all. No.
Okay, that's good.
I think it's comforting to know that they can still be here for us.
I agree. I read somewhere that having proof of ghost isn't scary. It's actually something beautiful. That it's proof that there's something on the other side. So, yeah.
And at the time I really got involved, that's what I needed. And it kind of filled a hole a little bit. Read the books and, yeah.
Well, we appreciate your testimony here today. We're definitely going to come back to this location. And we're going to, hopefully over time, maybe dig a little deeper.
We can hunt together.
Yeah, we would love that. We are here for it.
Absolutely. That'll be great. Thank you.
Okay, Megan, we now kind of realize this place is special, isn't it?
It's incredibly special, and I think the longer that I'm here, the more I learn, the more I experience the relationships that I build here. I talk to community members, and I hear stories of people who have lived here for 20, 30, their whole lives. So I think it's just really neat to be able to connect with that aspect of, hey, I haven't been here forever, but there are people who seemingly have been. So
we have had some investigations in a few of the other businesses here. The bookstore is one of them.
Yes.
And we know that we have a video on that, by the way. Go to our YouTube channel, Nights Around the Fire. You'll see some of these videos with Ken, our other ghost hunting friend. We did basically a paranormal investigation at the bookstore. And once again, as Megan goes, there's a lot of activity in this town that we just scratched the surface on.
Yes, the bookstore. I have talked to Lynn and Thomas, and they have testimony out the wazoo about what activity that they have in their store. Also, during the October Paranormal Walk, we did the Pittsburgh Hair Bar, and they also had some activity as well. So it's very interesting. I'm not the only one. Canonsburg is just interesting all around. So get down here and explore it if you can. Talk to the business owners. Everyone is just really well in community with each other. So,
yeah, we have a great community here, and we have a great paranormal community too. So,
we do.
If you are a business owner in the area and you want to talk to us about your experiences, we'd love to have you on too.
Or email strangeworld777@yahoo.com. We want to hear from you. If you want to reply to Megan, ask her anything, give us an email. We'll set it up with that. I know many of you might have questions. And if you are from Canonsburg, let us know if you have any paranormal stories as well. We'd like to hear from you. So Megan, when it comes down to it here, do you think this is a negative thing for the town or a positive thing for the town?
No, I think I think honestly, it's really important that people know that we are preserving the history. If you are new to Canonsburg, you've noticed that there's a lot of change. There's a lot of building. There's a lot of new things going in. But I will say we're all being very sensitive to the fact that, hey, this place is historic, and everyone is respecting that and embracing the fact that it's historic and that there might be paranormal activity. Nobody thinks it's a negative thing. It's just a neat quality that the town has.
Agreed, and that's actually one thing that Dave and I talked about in one of our recent videos was the Morgan building and the history of the Morgan building and some potential hauntings there. So it's great to see that history living on.
Yeah, check that video out that just came out, and actually it's 7 p.m. tonight. That's basically on the 16th of February here. That's
Haunting in the Morgan building.
Haunting in the Morgan building. A lot of history there. As Megan mentioned, a lot of history going back to the late 1890s, the Victorian age. And you mentioned the lace sleeve. A couple of our videos, Sue and I talked about why do we all see Victorian ghosts?
Well,
Yeah, there were no ghosts in Nike sweatsuits running around Canonsburg.
no.
Women are always in white dresses.
Yep, always.
100%. Well, it also makes sense too. Back when this store was Borchards, it was a higher-end women's lingerie store. So a lace sleeve would make a lot of sense here.
I see.
A lot of sense, yeah.
Yeah, so next time you come by my building, the Canonsburg Collective, you'll notice right in the entryway there's a giant bee that is in the concrete that stood for Borchards when it was Borchards. So.
Wow, again, history in the making. How many times it changed over, as you mentioned?
A lot.
And of course, the history after, a new history is made every time something changes.
Megan, if people want to come and visit you or purchase any of the awesome stuff that you guys have here, like the tea, buy some tea because it's amazing. When are you here that they can come in?
We are here currently Tuesday through Saturday. We're typically here 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. except on Thursdays. We're here until 7 p.m. on Thursdays.
And do you have a website?
We do. Please check us out at thecanonsburgcollective.com. There are a lot of options where you can either, browse, shop online, pick up in store, or shop online, and we do ship some stuff too.
We'll have the link for that in the comments too.
Okay, you heard it. We love to support our local vendors here in Canonsburg. A lot of stuff. There's restaurants to eat at, there's parking. And again, this lovely store even has stuff for guys. So I'm going to tell you guys, it's some pretty nice stuff. We'll show you what they have here. So I always would talk to Megan about guy stuff, and she actually has guy stuff. So if you're a guy, don't worry. Stop into the store and you'll find something, I'm sure, just for you. So remember that when you come into town.
Okay, yeah. And feel free, come on in anytime. Message us on Instagram or Facebook. Again, the Canonsburg Collective. Again, you're going to find anything from women's clothing to men's clothing and kids stuff, home decor, everything in between. So we appreciate you. Thank you.
I am currently wearing my fabulous cat necklace that I bought here. My tiny little cat. You've got some beautiful jewelry in here too.
Love it. Thank you.
You got it all.
We do. A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything for everybody, actually.
Well, we appreciate you opening your doors up to us today, that you guys came in to talk to us. And friends, remember, the Collective here in Canonsburg, and of course a variety of other businesses and places to eat downtown. And remember, if you enjoy the content we're providing to you, please consider subscribing to our channel. Hit that like button, or as Sue says,
Squash that like button.
and share the video with as many people as you can. Some great videos coming up. We're going to go back to some Bigfoot videos, and we're also going to go to...
Oh, yes. Ashley and I are going to talk about McCamey Manor, which is an extreme haunt run by a fine, upstanding gentleman and member of society, Russ McCamey.
You don't want to miss that. That is crazy. Okay, so if you've never heard McCamey Manor, you're going to be wanting to watch this program, because literally there's some strange stuff that went on there, and I think there were some legal issues around it as well.
Strange is an understatement, and legal issues are an understatement. So stay tuned here for more updates on McCamey Manor.
Well, I thank everybody for participating. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time right on your favorite podcast for paranormal activity in Canonsburg, The Nights Around the Fire. We'll see y'all.